Welcome back, everybody. Tom Olson here from the Good Success community, and we are doing good success tips for a loving, lasting marriage, and we are on day 7. So if this is the first day that you have got us today, go back and listen to the other tips. I think that they will be an encouragement to you. I hope that they'll challenge you. And we're here at Good Success to support you and to say, hey, like you can do it. You can do it, right? That's a great marriage tip, right? You can do it. Yeah. All right, so each day, me and Becky are both giving a tip, each one of us, and we're saying, hey, these are things that we've learned. These are things I'm working on myself right now. Especially Becky, she's really working on these. She has a long ways to go, everybody. Just kidding. Probably I have a much longer ways to go than she does. She's an amazing wife, and she's put up with me for 22 years, and I'm so thankful for everything that she's done to us. So we've learned many things about telling your spouse you love them, knowing the difference between acceptance and forgiveness, forgiving your spouse for those big things and focusing on the little things to forgive them and put yourself a habit. And we've learned a lot of things throughout the day, throughout this series. If you like this, I encourage you to comment below and maybe tell us what you've learned, or tell us maybe another tip that you might know in marriage that you can give us or give our audience. But also share this with your friends and let all your friends know about Good Success, and that we're trying to be a voice on social media and in the marketplace that's telling positive messages, that is encouraging and uplifting instead of all the negativity that's out there. So please tell your friends about that. So Becky, you ready to go? Mm-hmm. All right, Becky. So what is your final tip? What is your last tip? This is going to be a big one, guys. So what is your last tip,
Get
Becky?
a pen and paper, because this is
a writer-downer.
Life-changing.
This is a writer-downer.
Writer-downer.
Okay, yes. Becky, what is your tip?
Well, my last tip is to look your spouse in the eyes.
Oh, is that why you're looking at me in the eyes right now?
That's why.
Yes.
You know, it's interesting. One of the books that I've been reading lately has talked about the fact that, in communication, we don't look at our spouse. You just go throughout the day and you just, again, back to yesterday, we're just focused on ourselves. We don't take that time to look into our spouse's eyes, or even look into our children's eyes, and to see, I wonder what they're thinking about. I wonder what's going on in there. But when you do take that time to look at them in the eyes, you can kind of see straight through to their heart, and it lets them know that you are listening and that you are there and that you care about them. So that's my last tip.
It's really important. There's a book that says what every body is saying, and it actually says the word body, not like everybody. But that's one of the tips. It's actually from an FBI agent, and how to read other people, and a lot of it's body language, and how you even move your shoulders and your feet, and how they're positioned. But your eyes is like the key to everything. So if you want to know what your spouse is thinking, like, look at them in the eyes. But on the other side of it, by the fact that you're looking at them in the eyes shows the fact that you are caring about them. And you have empathy.
Just thought of something I'm going to share. Tom and I have this little game we play sometimes where he'll be like, what are my eyes saying? And sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I don't. Most of the time I know exactly what his eyes are saying.
I didn't know this was supposed to tell us all our secrets.
Well, we're just being real here.
I'm feeling very self-conscious.
I don't think so. But anyways, it's important to look each other in the eyes.
Absolutely. So, and then my final tip of this is to do things with your spouse. So, for me, I have to travel a lot, and I go and speak across the country, and I go to events, I hold events, and a lot of times I'm not with my spouse that often. So whenever I possibly can, like this week, we are here. I brought my spouse with me. So I think it's important, though. I think this is one of those disciplines that we have to put things in our schedule to do with our spouse. And, for instance, it could be something very simple. For me and my wife in the summertime, we live up by Chicago, so it gets cold in the wintertime. We can't do this so much in the wintertime. And in the spring, one of the biggest things I crave is going on walks with Becky, because it's been so long since maybe we've been able to do so. That's something that me and her do together. Almost every morning in the summertime, we'll get up and we'll go for a mile, 2 mile, sometimes even 3 mile walk in our neighborhood. And find that that's something that you and your spouse can do together. Some spouses or some couples love sports, so they're all big on sports. Some couples can do fishing. Some couples can do other things together, maybe serving in a ministry together, or maybe, I know one couple in our church brings pies to different people. Find something that you guys can do together that's your thing. And this is addition to dates. This is an addition to doing vacations. This is an addition to doing all those things like that. But find that one thing that you can do with your spouse, and make it your thing. I think it's an important thing. It's an important discipline that you can put in your marriage. And then we have one final tip for our audience. So we have one final tip for you. Bonus, everybody. We're all about the bonuses here at Good Success. So when all else fails, and you've gone through all these tips, and you're like, I've tried looking at my spouse in the eyes, I've tried to do things with them, I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, I've tried to forgive, but I can't, I've tried to learn acceptance versus forgiving. When all else fails, I think the key to marriage goes back to number one. Goes back to the very first tip. So if you didn't listen to it, go back and re-listen to day number 1 of our Good Success Marriage Tips. But know where love comes from. Know what love really is. Love is sacrificial at times. Love does put down what you want and gives your spouse what they want. Love beareth all things. Endureth all things. Love hopeth all things. It believes the best in other people. Love is not puffed up. It's not selfish. It doesn't push to the forefront their own agenda. They really try to lift up other people's agenda. And knowing the fact that that's what love really is, and all love comes from God, and the fact that God is love, I think will really change. If we change our focus on ourselves and put it on God, and He's the standard for our marriage, we really change what we do. We really change what we think. And everything in our marriage, in my opinion, will help you change. So I hope that helps you today. I hope this has been an encouraging series to you guys. If it has been, please tell your friends about us and tell everybody about Good Success. And and I encourage you today to work to give and to have a happy marriage, loving and lasting. And even if things aren't perfect, I encourage you to make a commitment to your spouse and to do the things that you are going to be proud that you did in 20 years from now. Looking back. So, any other final last words, Becky?
Nope.
That's it. You want to get to the beach today?
Yep.
Yes, we're going to get over there. So, all right. I hope you guys have a Good Success day, and we can't wait to see you next month on whatever we're going to do next month. There's a hint. We're going to do something. Stay tuned. All right. That's going to do it for today. I pray that you guys will work to have to give, to be a conduit, not a bucket, and I hope that you'll have a good success day.